Hello, my name is Simon, and I'd like to share briefly with you a little bit about what mindfulness is as a practice, as an approach, and as a way of being. Many people have written about mindfulness, and there's a fair amount of literature in the popular press as well. And the general impression is that anything mind, body, or spiritual tends to be put under the umbrella of mindfulness and actually gives a false impression about what mindfulness is. So my intention is just to ground our understanding in some very basic concepts that we can then translate into application and practice, because ultimately mindfulness is only of benefit if you find it beneficial and only if you start to practice it and bring it into your life. So most simply, mindfulness is the same as awareness, a sense of being conscious in the here and now, in the present moment of our experience. And our experience includes what we feel, what we think, the sensations in our body, and our sense doors, what comes in through our five senses, like what we see and what we smell, what we taste, what we touch, and what we hear. And there are two ways that we can be in relationship with our senses and our thoughts and our feelings and our sense doors, either unconsciously and reactively, or consciously and mindfully. So the intention around mindfulness is to view it as a skill that we can develop over time, so that we come into contact with these qualities of our everyday life with more engagement and more connection. And ultimately what this does is make us feel more connected and more alive. If you imagine the two wings of a bird as mindfulness, the one wing is maybe understood as attention. So how we pay attention, the fact that we can deliberately direct our attention, we can narrow the beam of our attention, or we can widen it like the beam of a spotlight. So that's the one wing of the bird of mindfulness. And the other wing is kindness and compassion. So as you will see with that image, it's all just one bird. But we need both of those wings in order to fly. So when we practice mindfulness, whether that's through a technique or a tool like meditation or a movement practice or a body scan, we actually develop the quality and the skill of paying attention in the present moment to different aspects of our experience. And we start to infuse that noticing, that attending, with a particular quality which is more curious than judgmental, and kindly, and ultimately compassionate. So mindfulness is sometimes spoken about as kindfulness, paying attention with kindness to what is arising in the present moment just as it is. And it's so simple that most of us don't even realize it's something that matters, nor is it something that we can actually develop as a skill. But the evidence is really, really strong across so many different areas of health and social functioning and mental well-being and relational well-being, that being mindful enhances all of those aspects of our experience. And we just have to start with where we are. So in this introductory course, you'll get a sense of all the ways that mindfulness can help us in our lives and the different dimensions. But simply being present to our experience with a curiosity and a kindness, and developing that skill over time is what mindfulness is. And I hope you'll find value in exploring this journey together.